Hey everyone, welcome back to another Anime Kingdom review. See by 10 below, yes, this is on episode 12, the final episode of Attack on Titan Season 2. And yes, I know, sorry this is a couple days late. It's just, if you haven't been up to date with my videos, I'm kind of behind right now. It's been kind of hectic, but finally, I am starting to catch up and everything and found the time right now just to go ahead and make this video. So let's talk about how I felt about this final episode, because honestly, I thought it was a pretty damn awesome episode. Once again, adapting the chapters really well and literally leaving us at just like that cliffhanger. Honestly, just it got me so hyped for what's going to be coming. Now that we do, of course, know that there will be a season 3. Yes, season 3 was announced if you didn't already know. And literally when I saw that it was announced, I was full on like, oh my gosh. All those people in the forum searching Anime Watchers Only, not all of them, not everyone, but those ones in the forum that's always been like, oh my gosh, only 12 episodes, this is too short. And then the people that are always like, holy crap, well, do we even need this flashback? Why do we need the dialogue here? Just give me action, action, action. And you know those people that all they want is action for some reason, like action and no story. Like, why would you even want that, honestly? So far, like I keep saying, I felt they've done such an amazing job with this season, perfectly, like practically almost perfectly. They do add a couple things here and there, but pretty much perfectly adapting most of the manga in this season. Like literally, it was pretty much like a lot of the times when you watch an anime, they will take out a lot of stuff, but a lot of the things that were in the manga was practically put straight up. That's how it was when you watched the episode, which honestly I really loved. And then those parts that they did add in my opinion at least, only amplified and made the scenes that came up after even more important and more better and more, you understood it more because of those certain scenes. And that's why I hated when I saw these people in the forums like, oh my gosh, we don't want this, only 12 episodes, give us action, where's the action, where's this, what's that? It's just like, oh my gosh, come on. How can you just want action? Like, that's just like watching like a gun go off over and over again. At first it seems pretty cool because it's like, holy shit, that's a gun. And if they swap out certain guns every once in a while, that's pretty cool. But after a while, it's the same old with no story or anything. All you're watching is a gun going off. So of course it's going to get boring, which is why I hated when I saw people in the forums talking like oh my gosh, why did they even put this in? If if you didn't have anything good to show, just don't show it or something. It's like, are you watching the same thing? What the hell? And then of course people have been saying like for the longest time, thinking like, oh, we've been waiting 3 years and we only got 12 episodes. And I'm like, come on, you just have to understand that's how a lot of these animes are. Nowadays they usually do 2 cores and everything. And Attack on Titan is not the easiest thing to animate, and they've done an amazing job. Like, there's so many freaking things going on that you can see that is not easy and probably takes a lot of time and money to make just 12 episodes. And they could have just like dropped the quality. They could have just dropped the quality and shortened, just took out a bunch of stuff that was pivotal to the story in my opinion, and just threw out a random shitty adaptation, and they could have made a 24 episode season. But I am honestly okay with this. It gives even more hype, and I'm excited that instead of having to wait, if there was 24 episodes, we may have to wait even longer than just a year for another season. So now that we have this, we got a little bit of that taste of just honestly awesomeness in these 12 episodes, and now we just have to wait a year in 2018 when the third season of course comes out, which honestly I think is pretty damn awesome. If they could have done 24 episodes, I would have taken that, for sure. And then have another 24 episode season next year as well would be pretty damn awesome. But I understand that at least, and I hope a lot of people do understand that as well, and not just like, oh my gosh, 12 episodes, now we gotta wait a whole nother year. Come on, that's not that bad, honestly. It's man, people just throw out opinions. It's okay to throw your opinion out, actually, sorry, that's the wrong choice of words. But when you start just like not even thinking, you're just thinking, oh my gosh, so long, oh my gosh. Like at first you were already pissed off that there's only 12 episodes and there's no announcement of there being another season. And of course, now you get an announcement of another season. Guess what? Those certain people you can never appease. Honestly, you can never please them, because guess what? Now a lot of those people are like, oh my gosh, we gotta wait a whole damn year. Luckily, there are still a lot of people, I did see in the forums, a lot of people that are just like, yeah, I'm hyped, I'm excited for 2018, and they're understanding it and everything. But there's still always going to be those damn people that when I do see those certain comments and those certain stuff in the forums, it's like, oh my gosh, like, are you serious? Is this real life right now? But yeah, overall, I've just been pretty much I'm so excited. This episode, in my opinion, was a great finale. It did a great job at adapting what was left of this certain part of the chapters and everything, and literally seeing the dread at the very beginning of, obviously, the dang Tyson that killed his mom. Don't know what to do. Hans comes out trying to fight it. He wants to redeem himself for not being able to protect their mom before and just running away. He finally gets that chance, as I expected already, because I read it. But come on, it was expected even if you didn't read the manga, considering he was literally throwing death flags in the not last episode, but the episode before that, saying that, or was it the last episode? I forget, but literally throwing death flags, saying that he was going to go and I'm willing to die to save Eren. That right there was like, oh, death flag right there. He wants to die. And I mean, everything shown before with him wanting everything to go back to normal. He would do anything for it. It honestly screamed death flags. And yep, that ends up happening. Hans ends up being killed. It looks like at first he's doing pretty damn good. He cuts off the ankle, and the Titan went down. He goes after it. Boom, grab, eaten. Eren can't transform. That part when Eren was like biting his hands over and over again. Honestly, I was like, oh man, that's disgusting. Like, I know what you're trying to do, but holy shit, he's just literally tearing his dang. He's like literally ripping his skin off. He's practically a cannibal, eating himself pretty much. But that moment, like the way the camera angles were, was pretty much exactly the same way that when that Titan ate his mom. I was like, oh my gosh, wow. And then Eren screams, his laughing at the end after that, it sent chills down my back. I'm not going to lie. But honestly, overall, pretty damn awesome episode. We get to see Eren, that thing that, what's it called, Reiner didn't know he's talking about, coordinate or something. It seems that, yeah, he looks like Eren can control Titans, as we saw him sending all the Titans to attack and just rip apart the Titan that killed his mom and Hans. And I was just like, yes, rip that Titan apart, please. Thank you, because seriously, deserves it so much. I'm pretty sure, like, I would be like really, like, I'd be sad because Hans ended up dying and you couldn't stop that from happening. But at least you're able to get revenge, just seeing. And it wasn't like I mean, Titans don't feel pain, obviously, but it's gotta be satisfying to see those Titans just rip apart that Titan after everything it's done already, So that had to have been satisfying. It would be satisfying for me. Still sad, obviously, but definitely give a, it's got to give some satisfaction to Eren for sure. And of course, with the moment when Reiner them saw that happen, they were like, oh shit, we effed up. It's over. And Reiner's all like, Eren's the last person that he wants this, that power to be given to. I was like, yeah, Eren really is probably the last person you want that being given to, because just his character, how he is and everything. Yeah, you're doomed. And then all the Titans rushing at them. Berthold over there like, oh. He was so scared. I mean, I guess I would be too. I guess he can't turn into the Colossal Titan and just like, I don't know, kick them away. Like you saw, what's it called, in this episode and the last one, end of the last one, Reiner was just grabbing them and throwing them. Why don't he just turn into the Colossal Titan and just kick them all away? Like literally like soccer, like, or football, sorry, the rest of the world. Just kick them away. Just like boom, 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 putting them all over the place. They can't get near the Colossal Titan, right? So I don't know what was going on there. I guess he was still too weak, but Reiner could. I don't know. It was definitely interesting to see also as well the Ymir and Historia talks. Historia kind of like, let's do this for us. She saw through the lie that, Ymir was making. And Ymir, luckily, of course, sees that what the power is that Eren has. And now that she sees that, she believes that, there is some safety in the walls. There's a future in the walls, and that's why she's okay with leaving Historia with the rest of them and not trying to take her away. But yeah, it was overall cool to see like the interaction between them, the thought process between Ymir, and of course the thought process with Historia, on pretty much Historia saying that, the both of them, let's, like you said, let's live our lives for ourselves. And of course, that's both what they do. And like when she's with her, she feels like she could do anything. And I love that scene when the song came on and everything, and she was like doing flips and everything. I was like, Historia, that's my girl right there. And just kills. They go for the Titan. And overall, like the soundtrack in this episode, especially, was awesome throughout most of the episode. I will admit, when they were retreating, and of course, Ymir does go back to help Berthold and Reiner. That's the song when the song was sung by like little kids. I didn't really like that. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't care for that one. It was kind of weird and kind of, I guess they went for the creepy vibe, but I don't know. It was more weird for me, honestly. I was just like, okay, can we skip past this song right now for now, go something else, Because other than that, I love the soundtrack throughout the whole episode, honestly. And I know for a fact, anime watchers are probably like, oh my gosh, Eden and Mikasa were about to kiss, what the hell, Eden? Of course you would stop that from happening, And I mean, watching that, I can definitely see why you would think that. Right there in the moment, I knew it wasn't gonna happen, but I was still like, kiss, kiss, kiss. It's like one of those moments when you're like, grab both of their heads, kiss now, you know what I mean? And then of course that ends up not happening. It was like a beautiful moment, well, kind of a beautiful moment. There's damn Titans with creepy ass faces behind them and everything, but Mikasa telling him, everything, how she feels and everything, what he's done for her. And then of course that line Eden said, he'll wrap it around her anytime she wants. That was nice, but come on, kiss her first, then get up and say, it's going to be happening for, a long time coming. But of course, it's like the kiss would kind of solidify that they gave up kind of thing. So it kind of showed that Eden's not giving up and they still have time for that, I guess, And that moment when he tries to punch the Titan, I'm thinking in my head, like, if he didn't have that power, it would just like crashes, like the hand coming down on him, it would just break and he would just be grabbed and eaten, like, yeah, that doesn't work out. But what, like, that also happened when he was about to slap them and Hans stopped it. I'm like, no way is that Hans able to stop a Titan hand from getting them. Like, what is that? He just like nope, you're not gonna get him. I'm like, that doesn't work. I'm pretty sure that's not how that works, But yeah, overall, that was pretty much, it was a pretty damn intense part of the episode. The very ending, of course, leaves us with the fact that the theory that, of course, Eden can control Titans, the theory that, yes, as we saw before, it looks like Titans do come from humans and that Titans are humans. And obviously that leaves definitely a lot of questions for people. Levi thinking that he wasted all this time and effort and how he was doing just to kill people. Poor Connie, honestly, knowing that his parents are dead, his mom, they were turned, his whole family was turned into Titans, his whole village was turned into Titans. So I honestly really feel sorry for him. And then, of course, Erwin with the smirk over there. Levi's like, why the hell are you smiling? And, of course, Erwin, that was a kind of creepy smile, I will have to admit. But obviously, Erwin's like, we're one step closer to figuring out the truth. And then Levi's like, only one step? Like, yeah, that makes sense why Levi's thinking that, because they lost so many people in that battle. And they're continuously losing so many people. Like, a lot of the veteran soldiers in, the scouts, they're gone. They ain't coming back. So I don't know. I forget how much people left are in the scouts right now, but it's not a lot. Obviously, it's not a lot considering how many died in just these last two missions, pretty much, but definitely excited. The ending part was cool, showing everyone, the wall going all the way to the other wall, with everyone showing everyone and their looks of determination and everything, what's going forward. And then, of course, the very ending with the 8 Titan, and of course a character at the very end with glasses that a lot of people are in the forums are like, who the heck is that? Who the heck is that? Well, guess what? I'm not going to spoil it. You're just going to have to wait to 2018 to see that. Sorry about that. Or of course you can go be like me and read the manga. That's up to you. That's totally up to you. Manga's still awesome, but like I keep saying, the anime, when it's animated, when you have the music, the sounds, just the movement, since, obviously it's not just a picture by picture kind of thing. it's a total different feeling. So I still think, you know, if you want to go ahead and at least know what the story and everything going forward, go ahead and read the manga. It's awesome, amazing story. And then when you do watch the anime, it's like a totally different feeling. So you won't feel like, oh my gosh, I already know what's gonna happen. It's probably not gonna be as good then, right? Because it's like a second time. No, because that's how crazy it is, especially considering how well this season was adapted. But yeah, let's get on to how I felt about like my review on the entire season overall. I pretty much, like, honestly, I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. That's how amazing I thought it was. I loved the story in this one. I just love the story, period, in the manga. And in my opinion, this is like one of the best adaptations. Like, they adapted it pretty much almost like everything from the manga precisely how it should have been, and added moments that actually made it even better. That's why I was like, holy shit, this is awesome. The soundtrack was awesome. Art and animation was awesome. Just the characters, the voice acting, everything was just on point in this season, that even though it was only 12 episodes, I felt it was just that good that it deserves a 9, in my opinion. At least an 8.5 to 9. I feel more going towards 9. You may feel differently, but that's how awesome I felt that this season was. And honestly, it just gives me like so much hype and hope to see like how well they will do the third season, honestly, because I am literally so excited. Like right now I'm kind of like a little tired because of just all the excitement just bursted from me in one moment. But like literally, I honestly cannot wait to see how the next season will be, considering how awesome this season was. I literally think that this season was adapted amazingly, and everything that went in it was just pure awesomeness. Like I said, all that stuff putting it together, like they did a great job at adapting this season. And I keep saying it, but I have such high hopes for how the third season will end up going. But yeah, it's all I gotta say, guys. Hope you enjoyed this Anime Kingdom review. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. If there's anything I missed and you want to talk about, comment below as well. And if you did enjoy, don't forget to like. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe for more content. And as always, guys, I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Anime watchers only. How did you feel about this episode? Good, bad, whatever you guys want to talk about. I want to hear what your guys' thoughts are. And as always, manga readers, how did you feel about it? Did you feel the same way as me? Do you think it was adapted as great as I did? Good, bad, whatever you guys thought, I want to hear that as well. And until next time, guys, see ya.